Welcome everyone to Planet of NY Sports. Here we talk Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, and a little bit of the Knicks and Nets. So we have a Mets video for you guys today. I'm just gonna let Rodrick just go ahead. I'm not gonna say anything else. Just go.
The New York Metropolitans. Uh, this year has been a roller coaster for sure. We started out as one of the more surprising teams of the year. We had just beat the Dodgers in a series in LA. We were feeling good, and then the Mets plummeted. The Mets blew a lot of games, blew a lot of late leads. I believe they had 9 blown saves in May, which was first in the MLB. Um, it's just been falling apart. I mean, as we can see, the team's culture has been on a downhill, which I'll get to in a second, and all around the Mets have just been self-destructing recently. And I'm not even mad. I'm not mad because I expected this team to be average. I expected them to be mediocre, but they decided to be horrible in May. And usually with the Mets, no, usually they're okay. The first couple months of the season, usually they're okay. They're above 500, straddling around 500, and then it's like August when they fall off, or it's September when they fall. No, they did it early this year. So let's just get into it, right? The Mets, like I was saying, were playing good baseball. They were they weren't making many mistakes, and they couldn't throw strikes or hold anybody on to save their life. But there's also that. But then recently, I don't know if it's the bullpen became overworked, but they started blowing saves. Edwin Diaz. Let's start with Edwin Diaz. He's blown multiple saves this year, and the one against the Marlins was just so damning. I remember I was out celebrating my cousin who's going off to the military. I'm leaving my grandparents' house. I'm thinking, okay, the Mets were up by a lot against the Marlins, right? We're gonna win this game. And I just keep seeing the Marlins score going up and up. And I'm like, all right, it's the ninth. We're up by 4. Surely we won't blow this one. No, no. Edwin Diaz, he's been piss poor this year. I'm sorry, I gotta. He's been bad. I know he had the injury. And I know. Obviously, it could take some time to come back, but at some point you got to make a decision with that guy because you're paying him a lot of money, and yes, he's coming off of the injury and all that, but we can't keep putting this guy in a situation where it seems like he's destined to fail. It seems like he's destined to fail. It seems. I remember 2022, we had the confidence. He came in the game was over. I don't have that anymore. I don't. I'm nervous now watching. I'm nervous watching him, and that's not how it should be. Um, Couple of bright spots. Reed Garrett's been nice. Lou Severino, I was right about him actually. He's been really damn good this year. But overall, on the whole, a lot of inconsistencies. Jeff McNeil, get off my baseball team. You are horrible at the plate. I don't know what happened to you, but you're just not the same. Omar Narvaez, I'm glad you're off my baseball team. This dude, Omar Narvaez, had not had a hit all year until he walked it off the other day against the Giants at home. That's pitiful. Get off my baseball team. Who else? Joey Wendell. I'm glad you've been gone for a while now. You are horrible. Who else, bro? Let me just start thinking. Harrison Bader's been a nice addition. Tyrone Taylor's been nice. Marte, he's been doing his job. Lindor. Lindor. Uh, you are this close to being told to get off my baseball team. I know he's hot right now, and I know he's on his little 9-game hitting streak. He went 4 for 4 the other night. This dude's not a captain. He's not. He's not. He's not what we signed him for. We signed him for a $340 million deal, whatever it was. He hasn't played up to his contract. He hasn't. I remember seeing the clip of someone making an error when the Mets were in Tampa. I remember seeing him throw his glove on the field during the play. What the hell is that about? We have to control the emotions. And I've seen all the guys slamming their bats in frustration and throwing stuff in the dugout, throwing the Gatorade tanks. We can't do that, right? I don't care how bad it's going. I've been a part of bad baseball teams. I was a part of a baseball team this year that was very emotional. But even still, that's unacceptable. And especially when you're in the major leagues getting paid millions of dollars, it's even more unacceptable because there's cameras rolling. So we have to cut out the frustrations as well. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you slamming a helmet or throwing the bat or throwing the Gatorade take. That's unacceptable. Speaking of unacceptable, Jorge Lopez, you are an embarrassment to the game of baseball. What you did the other day, unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I get it. You were mad at the third base umpire because I guess he missed a call on Freddie Freeman. I get it. You're upset. Don't throw your glove into the stands. You are a veteran in the game of baseball. You've been here for a while. You've been a former All-Star. You've been around the league. You've served teams well, and you decide to do that. And on top of that, you decide to go in, talk to the New York media. The New York media of all the, not even no, it's not like we're in Cleveland or we're in Colorado. No, you want to talk to the New York media. I am the worst teammate on the worst team. Shut up. It's embarrassing. And to get back to the culture of this team, that's the second time I vividly remember a player on the team coming out and saying the team is the problem. Tommy Pham last year before he got traded, what did he say? He said, I've never met or I've never played with a group of less hardworking players than this one. And it's evidence. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's a group of guys. I don't know if it's the manager. I don't know if it's the jerseys. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's fans. I don't know if it's Steve Cohen. I don't know what it is. But this team cannot get out of their own way. I don't know if it's because they're the Mets and we're just destined to suck. I don't know what it is. If it's City Field, I don't know. I don't. I wish I did. Because if I did, I'd be David Stearns right now, and I'd be making moves. But this team has a culture problem. This team just they just can't get out of the way. I don't know what it is. It's whenever we take 2 steps forward, we have to take 3 steps back. We're destined to just be horrible forever. We're destined to just met it up. Yeah, we have a phrase. It's called metting it up. It's embarrassing. And you look. Oh, I'm gonna piss myself off. When you look 30 minutes away from you, across town, the Yankees. Oh, I can't I can't do this. They have Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. You might think I'm being paid to say that. I don't know. I'm pissed off right now, actually. You look over there, they're having their success. They have young guys, they have old guys, they have guys in the middle who are performing. Where are our superstars? Nowhere to be found. If you were to compare Alonso and Lindor to Judge and Soto, it's not even a debate. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's a different level of. Look in the division. Look at what's around you right now, Steve Cohen. The Phillies are the best team in baseball. The Phillies, the Braves, they're better than you. The Nationals, they might be better than you. And you can't beat the Marlins. So what are you? You're a fifth place team. How much money have we spent on these guys? Lindor, Alonso, Marte, McNeil. And when you could be considered a fifth place baseball team in the NL East with the Nationals, who are like one of the youngest teams in baseball, with the Marlins, who have no hitters. They all do is pitch. That's embarrassing. And I don't know if the Jorge Lopez thing lit a spark in that front office. I was telling Russell, I was like, hey, they're making moves. Omar Narvaez got DFA'd. Thank God. Right? They sent down Brett Beatty. They're giving Mark Ventus a chance. They're trying to shake things up, right? And this is good. Shake it up. Give them a wake up call because I don't think some of these guys understand that their position in this team, in this lineup, it's not set in stone. It's not. And maybe that's what they got to do. Maybe that's what they got to do to try and get something going, get some momentum going, right? We won last night. Hopefully that starts something because if this team is where they are, 10 games below 500 in a month and a half, everybody's gone. They're gonna clear house. McNeil gone. Ottavino, Garrett gone. Severino, Manaya gone. Alonso gone. So figure it out because you have a month and a half to figure it out. And that's all I gotta say. because one more thing. I'm tired of going into school. Hey, Rodrick, this is Miss Benesky. Hey, the Mets suck. I'm like, I know. This is depressing. I can't, I can't do this anymore. I've been a Met fan my whole life. This is just bad. This is bad. You better figure it out, Russell. You better figure it out. Uh, I don't know. I think I'm done. I think I'm done.
Okay, so you asked me to look at some quotes from our boy Steve Cohen here. So just from a few years ago, obviously, here this is originally what he said. I'm not going to talk about a budget today. I do believe that this is a major market team, and we should have a budget to, help that. You build champions, you don't buy them. Okay, so that's what he said originally. But he also said, if I don't win a World Series in the next 3 to 5 years, I'd like to make it sooner. I would consider that slightly disappointing. And he said that in 2020. Roderick, what's your thoughts on that?
I think we're looking at a guy who had no sports experience making a very damning suggestion that his team will be able to win a World Series in 5 years. I mean, if you read that statement, it's conflicting ideas. He said you can't buy a championship; you have to build it. But you're also saying that the Mets, who were in a spot where they had little to no talent, that they were going to win a World Series in the next 2 to 5 years, and that's counterintuitive. You can't tell me that a team that was mid at best is just gonna all of a sudden become a World Series contender in 3 to 5 years. That's not how it works. And also, you look at the transaction list that he's had in his time as Mets owner. I mean, Degrom, he's gonna walk. He walked. He extended Nemo. Okay, right. Other than that, Scherzer and Verlander for a year or 3 months in Verlander's case. We talk about this guy being the richest owner in baseball. It sure doesn't look like it. The guy can't spend money properly. I know that's not all his fault, but like the guys he's hiring have been complete idiots. I'm not gonna lie. Billy Epler, yeah, just look at his face. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, Steve Cohen delivered on none of his promises. I could sue him for fraud, but I'm not. And yeah.
All right, Roderick. With that, you know what? I'm gonna let you close out the video. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, the Vikings are gonna be the Giants in week 1, and yes, sir. If you could all do me a favor, leave a like and subscribe. We will see you on the next one. Peace.